This is the start of our tour across this amazing North African nation with our friends from Moroccan Food Tour. It's going to be a huge tour across the entire country, eating all kinds of amazing Moroccan cuisine and visiting some incredible sites. And we're starting things off here in Rabat. We're going to have a full day of eating. We just got off the plane, so let's eat some Moroccan food. So we've entered into the Medina. There's a little bit of a seafood market, and we've just come up on our first stop of the trip. So let's eat some Moroccan food. So we've got this stall here with, I don't know, probably 50 different types of Moroccan breads. There's some that are stuffed, some that are just kind of plain. This is the raziza, and they've served it to us with this beautiful honey all over it. And you can see it's got this noodly, almost vermicelli-like texture. The word raziza actually means turban. So apparently the way that they make it, it kind of looks the same. So I'm gonna take a big bite out of this. Yum. It kind of reminds me of kunefe. It's actually a very chewy bread, completely saturated with the honey, of course, but what I really love is this crazy texture. Look at all of those layers. It's literally almost like noodles. Look at that. So cool. Wow. We also just got a little box of some kind of crackers. They're flavored with different things like cheddar, pesto, olives, and I think they're gonna be more savory than that sweet bread. Yeah, it's like a cheese one. It's like a cheese it, just like a little cracker. It's pretty good though. Yeah.
Messy, but delicious.
So many cool different types of bread, and a lot of them are specifically for Ramadan, which is coming up in a few weeks. We're gonna keep going though. So we're on this busy little street here with tons of different stalls selling fresh juice, and they've also got all these different types of pastries. And check this out, you can see the bees that are literally all over the sugar. So we ordered one of the millefeuille, but also I've got this juice here, which is called panache. It's just a mix of the seasonal fruits. Oh man, that is so good. Wow, very, very fresh tasting. I don't know if they put any sugar in it, but it is quite sweet. So this is the millefeuille. There is a lot of French influence here in Morocco, a lot of different influences, but you can definitely find some French food. So we've got the millefeuille here, and it's really popular here in Rabat. So let's try it out. Oh, I can feel it's gonna be really crunchy. Man, yum, that's awesome. So you have all those 1,000 layers of super, super crispy, crunchy. You can taste the cinnamon in there. It's so much crunchier than the millefeuille I've tried elsewhere. This one's quite different. It's got like a little chocolate coating on the top too. Yum.
All right, so Mohammed and I are trying, he's trying the orange juice, and I'm trying the lemon juice, and you said yours has no sugar.
Yes, yes. So
nice and fresh?
Yeah, nice and fresh. And Morocco is really known by its good quality and very sweet oranges.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, mine's sweet.
Oh, super, super refreshing.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Who would have known that millefeuille is something you have to try here in Rabat, but I've been told it's very famous, and that was probably the best one I've ever had. There's so many different influences here in Morocco, so the cuisine is really rich and diverse. We're gonna keep going through the Medina. There's so much to eat here.
Okay.
And
We are at a lunch restaurant now, and let me introduce to you what we have on the table. So here we have these fried sardines. They're very fresh and very hot. Over here we have makuda, which is a mashed potato ball that has been battered and fried. We have a very spicy sauce here called harissa, and then over here we have fried pepper and then eggplant as well. So I think this is gonna be good, and there's a very special way to eat these sardines, and Mohammed's gonna show us how to do that.
So this is a quick way to have an express lunch. So you just put whatever you like in some piece of bread. So basically those are 2 sardines stuck together with some filling inside. So we need to take this little stamp out, and as you can see there is some filling inside, like little spices mix, like parsley, coriander, some sweet paprika.
Oh, that looks good.
So I will put everything in. I will also put 1 ma'kouda down and sprinkle with some good harissa. Then I will do a little like mix of the smush of everything, and you have the honor.
Okay, thank
bite
you.
into it.
So that looks insane, and I think you made an extra spicy version. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, you loaded that up with the spice. Instantly, it is super spicy, but the sauce tastes so good. And then the potato, the makuda, is very crunchy, but soft inside. And then that sardine is super fresh. There's no seafood flavor at all. Just a nice crunch when you bite into that sandwich. This is a hearty sandwich. Very good.
Yeah.
So we're right next to the Atlantic Ocean here, and sardines are extremely famous. They're the most popular fish here in Morocco. You can get about a kilo for €1. So we'll also go later to see the port where they're bringing them in, but let's try it. I've got a little bit of the harissa spicy sauce. That is so good. So we've got a piece, I think this is chicken liver? Chicken liver, yep. So he's just frying this right up the side of the street. Wow, that's creamy.
It is good.
It's creamy. A lot of flavor though. Yum. We're deep in the Medina. All these twisting alleyways make up this walled area of Rabat that goes back to the 12th century when they built the wall. And we are just snacking our way through. There is literally unlimited options.
We have come to this little stall here for a cow and lamb head sandwich. You can see the skulls just sitting here. It's pretty gnarly looking, and then the meat is just steaming away in little chunks. And what you do is you make it into this sandwich, and it has been seasoned with cumin and chili, and this man's been nice enough to serve me one. Shukran. Let's try it out. Very, very chewy. Seasoned really nicely. Cumin and chili peppers, perfect for this style of sandwich. And yeah, you can see that is very gelatinous and quite chunky, but it is good.
Just about everything comes in bread here in Morocco, including steamed lamb and cow head. Let's give it a try. Head sandwich. Actually, it's really good. It's really fatty. I love the cumin. Yum. Shukran. Thank you. Such a cool little hole in the wall selling steamed cow and lamb head, but actually really, really tasty. We just stumbled upon this shop that's got all kinds of different things, but one of the most famous spices here in Morocco is this one here. It's called Ras El Hanout, and it's got all kinds of different spices, sometimes 30, 40, 50. It's just a mixture of Moroccan spices that they will ground down, but then they have all the raw ingredients here. You can literally get it all and it smells so good. So you can find all of the raw spices outside, but then inside they have a lot of the ground up different stuff. It even smells better in here. Look at this.
Tangier, couscous, any kind of food Morocco.
This is Ras Al
Ras
Hanout.
al-Hanout. Like tagine, couscous, everything traditional, you can cook it with it. Also for barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one,
Moroccan food.
it's paprika nice.
This is like sweet.
Oh, okay.
Paprika.
And this one is ginger.
Ginger.
This is turmeric.
Turmeric.
The yellow one.
Oh.
And this is the pure.
Is this saffron
This
grown in
is
Morocco?
This is for Morocco. The first quality in the world.
I think if you can imagine it, he has it. This wall of jars here definitely has, I think, probably every spice in the world.
Everything you see outside herbs, here in powder. And also kind of herbs is very expensive. You cannot put it there. We put it
Okay,
in
Here's what we're having.
We are at the most amazing looking pickle stall. He's got all kinds of different olives, all kinds of different pickles of every color and flavor. And we just ordered up this beautiful cocktail of pickles. And if you guys know me, I love pickles. So we've actually got pickled eggplant and potato, and then beets and beet juice. So a little bit of pickled beet juice. I don't think I've ever had pickled potato or pickled eggplant, so that's gonna be a first. Let's try the eggplant. It's not very strong, actually. Just so soft, slightly pickled, just very, very slightly acidic, but you can actually still taste the sweetness of the eggplant. And then look at this. This is the potato. It literally feels like it's been boiled. It's so soft, but it's just been pickled. Try it. Again, really good. He put a little bit of that harissa on top too. So it's got a little bit of a spiciness. You guys taste that pickled juice too. Yum. Yeah, a little bit sweet too. Wow, that is really good. A pickle cocktail right in the streets of Morocco.
Beets are one of my ultimate favorites. I think this is gonna be awesome. It's got some harissa on top. Oh yeah. Not too sour. Just a nice earthy flavor. Totally saturated in that pickle juice. Bottoms up. Oh yeah.
This is gonna be the most busy pickle stall I've ever seen in my entire life.
Definitely.
How's the juice? The beet juice? It's not as sour as some
Nope.
of the ones we've had, like in Turkey.
No, but it's got a nice earthy flavor to it. It's
more natural.
It's like not, yeah, it's not like super acidic. It's really nice. So here at the Medina on a Sunday, and things are just bumping out here. People are out shopping, people are with their families. It's really amazing weather. We are having an absolutely awesome time here in Rabat. We only have a couple stops left and we're starting to get full, so let's keep going.
Rabat is the capital city, and the Medina here is very gorgeous. This is an up-and-coming tourist city, and you can see that they've put a lot of money into the infrastructure to keeping that authenticity of the Medina, but at the same time modernizing it and making it really beautiful. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And I think, oh, we're turning down this little alleyway here to go to our next restaurant. Look at this.
Welcome, guys.
The next restaurant we have come to is absolutely beautiful. It's an old Moroccan home, so there's actually no windows to the outside. There's just one big skylight on the top, and it's got this beautiful Islamic architecture with the beautiful tiling and arches. And our guys were just telling us that you could tell it's a Muslim Moroccan home because there's no windows. If it were a Jewish Moroccan home, you would know because there'd be some balconies and some windows to the outside. So Mohammed and I are sitting down at this beautiful restaurant called Dar El Medina, and welcome to Morocco, guys. Look at this spread. This is absolutely insane. So we'll start down at the end and introduce everything. This is the chicken tagine, right? And the tagine is actually the clay pot that is cooked in. And then we've got olives and you said preserved lemon. Yeah, right, okay. And then back here we've got a Moroccan salad.
Bell pepper and fresh tomatoes.
And then we've got just a spread of different pickles. Over here, this is chuka. So it's a cooked version of that other salad, right?
Yeah.
The famous couscous, but this time with caramelized onions. Look at those caramelized onions. That looks absolutely insane. We've got pumpkin, chickpeas, zucchini, and turnip, and then another tagine in the middle. And this one, this time is with beef, right?
Yeah.
And these are prunes?
Yeah, prunes and apricots.
Okay, yeah. And then here, this thing is just absolutely crazy. What do you call this?
Rafisa.
Rafisa. Okay, right. So this is actually, Rafisa is the name of the bread, right?
Yes.
But then also the dish as well.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so we've got some dates, walnuts, lentils,
onions,
a couple
chicken,
quail eggs on top, almonds. Back here we've got pastilla.
Fish pastilla.
Fish pastilla. So it's like a pie, right?
Yeah.
But with fish filling.
Fish.
Let's dig in.
Yeah, let's dig in. I'm ready.
So this one right here is called zalouk. It's an eggplant mash with, I'm guessing, lots of spices in there too. I love eggplant so much. So creamy. You can taste the natural flavor, but there's definitely a little bit of spices in there too, some cumin. Yum. And then got a little salad here too. Cucumbers, tomato. So fresh. You can just tell the quality of the ingredients here in Morocco is so high because a simple salad like that is just absolutely full of flavor. And then this is the one called takchuka, right?
Yeah.
And we have one version that's kind of cooked and one version that's kind of raw. This is the raw version, right?
Version.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Try this. With peppers?
Peppers and
tomato.
Tomatoes.
Yeah. Yum. Oh man. The peppers are so good.
Yeah.
It's so natural. Spot on with the flavors of the ingredients. And then this is the same thing but cooked.
Yeah.
Soft.
Yes. Yeah. Way much
Really
softer.
good.
Yeah.
Yum.
So there's actually like a little polite way how to do it. So you need to scoop, like to cut a little piece of the bread.
Okay.
And you need to take it with 3 fingers. And basically those 2 fingers doesn't touch the food in front of you. So you touch the food just with the bread.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah. And then use your thumb to...
You use your thumb to scoop whatever you want in your bread. It's a little bit hot.
It's harder than people watching at home think. It's actually quite hard.
Yeah.
Let's try it out.
So cheers.
The preserved lemon.
Yeah.
It's like sour, very, very moist chicken. When they cook it in the tagine, it like encases all of the juices
flavors
and everything and really, really saturates the meat. I think I'm most interested in trying this one. This is the rafisa, sweet and salty, and we've got chicken in here, and we've got some of the rafisa, the bread underneath, and lentils, all kinds of different things. There's so much going on here. It's such a colorful dish too.
Like a different flavor profile.
Completely.
A
little bit sweet, definitely. I could taste some cinnamon in there too. And the bread kind of acts as the thing to soak up all those juices that fall from the chicken.
There's also vinaigrette and garlic.
So lining the rafisa, we've got some dates that have been stuffed with almonds, and then we've got some figs here that are topped with walnut.
Wow.
So we've got another tagine here. This one's with the beef, and I just can't get over the ingredients here with the preserved fruit and meat together. It's really not common elsewhere in the world, but it works so well together, and there is a lot of sauce on that beef. It's just completely falling apart. Oh man.
Wow.
That's very sweet.
Oh, the meat is so soft. It's like butter.
So this dish is definitely leaning on the sweeter side.
Yeah.
Next up is potentially Morocco's greatest gift to the world, couscous, world famous. And then we've got this one with caramelized onions. I've got a zucchini. There's meat in there, chickpeas. Just going for a big spoonful.
Wow.
Everything is so soft.
Yeah.
You really don't need teeth to eat anything on this table.
Yes. Cinnamon, orange blossom water,
And it's so fluffy, the couscous. It's so fluffy. It doesn't get completely saturated with the sauce. It retains that fluffiness.
Yeah.
And it just complements everything so well. Yum, that is awesome. So last is the pastilla. We've actually had this one cooked by Mohammed's mother, and it was a different version though, filled with chicken. This one is filled with fish, and before it was more leaning on the sweet side again, but this is a savory version. So filled with fish in there. What kind of fish is it?
So there are like shrimps, calamaris, whiting, different.
Wow, and it looks like there's almost little vermicelli
like,
noodles inside.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Okay. That's good too. It's just a very thin layer of dough that's it's been baked.
Yeah.
And so it's quite crispy, but then the inside is very juicy and soft. And then yeah, like you were saying, we get a little bit of spice after. We can definitely start to feel the spice building, but all full of flavor, packed full of flavor. Everything on this table is absolutely delicious and beautiful. The presentation is just incredible. Definitely starting things off right here in Morocco. Went on a whole food tour and then came to a restaurant to have a huge feast. And this is some of the best food I've had in a long time. So we're gonna sit down, enjoy the rest of this huge meal. Now that was a first day of eating here in Morocco. That meal was incredible. The contrast in flavors, every single dish tasted completely different, but one thing that was consistent was that all of the meat was so tender, ridiculously tender. That tagine just softens it up so well. So I can't believe I've even been in Morocco this long without having a tea, but it's time. Okay. I don't even know if I want to try.
All right, go for it.
So one thing you'll definitely notice when you come to Morocco is that they like to pour the tea
Higher, higher.
from really high heights.
Higher. You're doing good.
I can't take my...
Got it. Got it.
We're gonna watch the pro. Wow.
This is absolutely one of my favorite things about Morocco, mint tea, and I think it's necessary to have after a big meal like that.
Yeah, exactly. Cheers.
Just like I remember, very sweet, but minty, and then it's strong tea too.
Yeah.
It's a black tea?
It's green tea.
Green tea, okay,
green
yeah,
tea,
it's strong though. So here in Morocco, you're gonna see tons of little cookies like this. This one is called corne de gazelle, means the horn of the gazelle, I guess because of the shape. And it kind of looks like a Chinese fortune cookie, but it's stuffed with almonds, right?
It's almond.
Oh, it's like an almond paste.
Almond paste inside with orange blossom water.
Wow, orange blossom water. I love the ingredients here, so exotic. That was seriously good, and there's no way we could have found it without Mohammed from Moroccan Food Tours. It's such a hidden little restaurant down this alley, but some of the best food I've had in a long time. So good. Perfect way to start our trip here in Morocco. So we've come down to the riverside. You can overlook the Kasbah from this vantage point. It's a little bit under construction right now, so we're not gonna visit it. We're just looking at it from here, but there's tons of people swimming in the river. It's built, the Kasbah, right at the mouth of the river where it meets the Atlantic. And this is also the port area where those sardines are coming in. It's quite a lively place. People swimming, people playing soccer. It's really cool. And the view of the old Kasbah, the fortress, is really incredible. You can see people weaving the nets that they'll use to fish. All kinds of these blue boats going out for fishing or coming back in, and just lots of people hanging out by the seaside. It is such a nice temperature here in Morocco, about 20 degrees with a nice beautiful breeze. Rabat is a beautiful city. That's it for Rabat. It is an absolutely incredible city with some delicious food. I want to say a big, huge thank you to Moroccan Food Tour. If you guys want to book your own tour here in Morocco, definitely check them out. The link's going to be down in the description, and just check the news and everything of travel restrictions about coming to Morocco, but they are accepting tourists. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below what you thought looked the most delicious, and what was your favorite thing, Sabrina?
Everything from our Moroccan food spread at that last restaurant, and from that I would say the couscous was my favorite.
I like the beef tagine. It was sweet and so good. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified when we post our next video, and we'll see you on the next episode of Chopstick Travel from Morocco soon.